Did you know that the average credit card owner owes at least $6,000 with an interest rate of about 30%? Debt has become inevitable for businessmen and even regular people. People get into debt for various reasons, and most times these reasons are beyond their control. Now, while there is something called good debt, which is a debt that makes you richer, there's the other side of debt that is deadly and financially destructive, which is bad debt. This is the kind of debt that leaves you feeling restless, drained, and trapped. Now in this video, I'll be sharing with you things that you can do to bid debt farewell forever. If you follow these simple steps, you'll be able to pay off all your debts and start living your dream life. But before we get into that, let me just say hello and welcome to Alpha Finance. This is the channel to watch if you want to learn more about personal finance, investing, and cryptocurrency. However, before I get into the topic, do me a favor, subscribe to this channel and hit that like button because it really helps us out with that YouTube algorithm. Thanks for doing that. Now let's get into it. Having to deal with the pressure from creditors can be overwhelming and daunting. The goal of everyone with debt is to become debt-free. Becoming financially free does not happen overnight though, and that's why I'll be sharing with you some proven ways to get rid of your debt fast. Number 1. You must stay disciplined. You need to believe that you can pay off all your debts faster than expected. No matter how much you have to pay, you can clear everything off in the shortest time if only you will be committed to it and disciplined. Becoming debt-free is a process that takes a lot of commitment, planning, discipline, and determination to accomplish. Imagine how free your life is when you don't have any debt to pay. Can you stop for a second and just imagine how much you'll be able to invest if you don't have to pay back any debt? You need to see your debt as a problem first and be motivated to confront the problem before you can implement the lifestyle needed to be debt-free. You'll need to commit yourself to it and have your heart fixed on the goal of becoming debt-free to attain that point of financial freedom. Number 2. To successfully get rid of debt and be financially free, you need to cut down on unnecessary spending. Now, most people incur unnecessary debt because they can't put their spending appetite in check. The record has it that an average credit card owner has about $6,000 in debt. This is money spent on things that can otherwise be avoided. Now, it feels like free money when you just swipe in your credit card to get whatever it is that you want, but then it becomes a huge problem when you see how much you have to pay back in a credit card loan. To pay off your debts, you might consider cutting your credit cards into pieces, or at least don't carry them around with you, so you won't have to spend money on things that you can't really afford. Number 3. Learn to live on a budget. By doing this, you'll be able to save some money and put it into paying off your debt. Be content with what you have. Don't allow pressure to push you into getting a new car or a bigger house, all on loans. For the period you're working or paying back your loan, learn to be frugal. Spend only on necessities. Cut down on the wants and pump all the amount that you can spare into paying back your loan. When you do this, you'll be surprised just how much you can save. Cook instead of eating out. Take public transportation. Don't buy anything on impulse. Plan all your spending and know what you spend every dollar on. This practice will not only help you pay off your existing debt, it'll save you from incurring more debt. Number 4. Pay a little higher than usual. Now, if you can keenly apply the previously stated tips, a small increase in the amount you pay off your debts each month will not be a problem. With a few $100s more per month, your chances of paying off your debts sooner will increase. Can you imagine for a moment, with the amount you make monthly, how long it'll take for you to pay off all your debts? The truth for some is that it'll take more than 20 years or even more than that to pay off every debt. Do you really have to wait that long before you experience that refreshing feeling of being financially free? No. Number 5. You need to focus on increasing your income. Focus your energy on making more money. With every extra dollar you make, you can pay off your debts even faster. There are various ways by which you can increase your income, and this has nothing to do with you getting another full-time job. You can request a raise at your workplace, or you can switch companies if they're willing to pay you more than your current employer. You can also work extra hours or take on a side hustle. You can learn a high-income skill and leverage that to earn extra income each month. You can also take advantage of passive income generation methods. Whichever way you decide to go about it, the thing is, when you make more money, you can put more into the payment for your debt. So the goal for you is to earn more to become financially free faster. Number 6. Decide on the best debt repayment strategy that works for you. As you walk on the path to paying off all your debts, the first thing that you need to do is to make a list of all your debts. Don't say that you have them in your head. No matter how daunting it is, I'm going to tell you, it's totally worth it. Thinking about your debts alone increases your blood pressure, not to mention of having to write them down. But you just have to do it. You don't want to be vague about it either. So write down the exact amount for each debt, the name of the creditor, and the terms of payment. When you've done this, you can now decide on the strategy that works best for you in repaying all of them. There's a debt repayment strategy called the avalanche. This involves paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first, then you go down to the next one with the next highest interest rate until you paid off all your debt. Yes, a lot of financial advisors recommend that. It seems like the wisest and most logical thing to do. But humans are more emotional beings than logical. Now, if you can follow through with this logical means of reducing the amount you'll have to pay and saving money, then you can go ahead with this method. If not, you could also try out the snowball method. This is when you pay off the smallest loan first, then you move on to the next smallest until you've cleared off all your debts. The satisfaction of striking out a debt in the shortest time will surely motivate you to clear off another one. That's the rationale behind this method. However, some debts affect you psychologically. You feel bad about not paying, or probably you're getting harassed by the creditors. You can actually decide to pay off such debts first for your own peace of mind, and then you can focus on paying off the rest. There's always a minimum amount that you have to pay on your credit card loans, student loans, mortgages, etc. each month. When you faithfully stick to paying the minimum, this means that you're ready to have that debt with the interest rate extended for its full term. To reduce the amount that you have to pay, you can start paying more than the minimum amount required each month. The extra will go into the principal amount and consequently reduce your debt. This will help you clear off the debt in a shorter period of time. You can always save extra money when you cut down on unnecessary expenses. This extra money should not just be left lying around in your bank account, because once the money is perceived as extra, you might end up spending it on something you don't really need. Put that extra penny into paying off debt. As you pay more than the minimum amount required monthly, you can also pay many times in a month depending on how lucrative your side hustle is and how frugal you can live. This method will not only help you pay off your debts in the shortest time possible, but it'll also boost your credit score. Now, if you have anything in your house that you haven't used for about a year and might be useful for someone else, it's time for you to consider decluttering. This means for you to also earn some extra income. You see, all that golf equipment lying around in your garage can be turned into cash that will be put towards paying off your debts. You can leverage Gumtree, OLX, as well as other free marketing sites to sell them. You'll never know how valuable those things can be to other people until you start marketing them. Finally, number 7. Consolidate your debts. This might seem like an insane thing to do. You might be like, I'm trying to get away from debt, and you're suggesting I take on another loan. Ridiculous! Yes, but this method actually works. Owing multiple companies and investors can be mentally draining for some, and that's where this point comes in really handy. The interest rate on a loan can be neck-breaking, and so deciding on taking on another loan with a minimum interest rate to pay off the first one is not actually a bad idea. You might just want to put your debt in one place and not have to worry about any other creditors. If you have multiple debts, then you can roll them up into one or take on another loan to pay off every debt that you have and then focus on paying back just that one loan. Now, debt can certainly be overwhelming, and a life of being debt-free can sound far-fetched. But with the right knowledge, attitude, and practice, you can become debt-free in no time. Well, that'll be all for today's video. Have you learned a new strategy that you'll implement to clear off your debt? What do you think about the methods discussed in this video? Have you ever tried any of them before, and did they work for you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and stick around for more videos like this, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.